Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome and please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell below. Get all the updates. Very excited for today's beer. It's actually round 2 of my last day teaching middle school. I will be a high school teacher next year, so it seemed like an appropriate beer, kind of. It is Three Sheeps and it's called Paid Time Off. So yes, I'm starting my summer vacation, which is actually unpaid time off. So if you guys don't mind a Three Sheeps, maybe tweaking it next year to unpaid time off. It's a bourbon barrel aged beer. It's a stout. It's 14% ABV. So it's a big boy. I did the 2018 with a decent amount of age on it. So it'll be interesting to do this beer relatively fresh, being the 2019 one. Imperial Stout with toasted coconut, cocoa nibs, and walnuts. And again, it's aged in bourbon barrels. A style I love. Obviously, if you watch my channel, you know I love big stouts aged in bourbon barrels. Some very cool adjuncts in there. Pretty excited to see what the walnut does, especially again fresh. It's pouring out very dark cola. I mean, look at that head. I mean, it really looks like it could be a cola. Prettiest glasses in the biz. That went away relatively quickly. Let's put it this way, which looks pretty clean. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's very dark cola. It's black in the center, some brown around the edges. The head maybe half an inch at most, which has gone down very quickly. Not super surprising given the adjuncts. I think sometimes some of that oil comes in and makes the head dissipate pretty quickly. I would say it is super dark khaki or super light mocha. That's where I would put the head. Right now in the center of the beer, no head, I can just see the liquid. But yeah, looks like a pretty big stout. Let's get into the aroma. So, and again, given the adjuncts, I'm pretty curious what is going to come through both in the aroma and the taste. A lot of chocolate. That bourbon for sure. This is actually relatively warm. I had it on the shelf. I put it in the fridge for, was it even 15 minutes? So, it's probably like 60, low 60 degrees. So it's definitely pretty warm. It shouldn't be hiding or masking anything. Nice chocolate, but that bourbon for sure. I get a little bit of roast fighting through. I was wondering if I was going to get like a nutty quality from the walnuts, and I didn't get that yet. I get some of the oak fighting through specifically as well. Definitely vanilla. Some coconut, but I would have thought that would have been stronger as well. Definitely smells good. It's not overly sweet. And you know what I really like about this aroma is with counting the barrel, all these adjuncts, there's still a nice solid stout base coming through. It's not getting bullied too much by these other aromas because of the adjuncts. Very pleasant. It is very pleasant. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. So about 2 hours ago, I did the Firestone Walker Succubus Abacus backwards, however you want to say that. And that one is the flip of this in terms of that aroma, way better than the taste. This one, although a very nice aroma, this taste is way better than that aroma is. It's a little sweeter than I would have thought. Chocolate comes through in the best way where it's mixing with the stout that's there. So you like the aroma, you get that base stout so nicely, but in addition to the cocoa nibs, it really makes it super chocolatey. You can tell I usually don't drink more than one beer in a session. That bourbon vanilla stuff cuts through that chocolate, but also plays so well with it. It's sweeter than the aroma, but it's not quite like Almond Joy. Is that the one that has almond and almonds in it? Wow. You can really tell I don't typically drink more than one beer in a session. Yes, no hype. Almond Joy is the one with almonds. That walnut, I didn't get too much of, but the other adjuncts coming through really nicely. It's a nice mouthfeel. It's full without being like too much. Creamier than I would have thought. Sticks, like has a long finish, which I really enjoy and look for in a beer like this. So well done there. Now I'm getting some more of that coconut. It's almost like in some of those like Mexican stouts, how the heat can be compounding. The coconut for me is kind of getting compounding very nicely. And again, I'm still not getting a ton of like nuttiness, walnut. Not that it's a knock. What is coming through is so delicious. And part of it could be sometimes with the oak barrels, the bourbon barrels, whatever, if there's a spirit or not, I can get a little bit of nuttiness. So I might just be associating that with the barrel qualities that are in this beer. So maybe that is shining through more than I'm thinking it is. But again, the other adjuncts are working so well with this base. For the higher ABV, a little bit of warmth, not getting a burn at all in the taste. And again, it's relatively warm. I didn't get it down to like 50 degrees or anything. It's definitely not. It's just over 60 degrees in my cellar. And again, I put in their fridge for, about 15 minutes. So, it's probably right around that 60, 61, 62 degrees, which I think can make a difference between like 50. Yeah, really good beer. Going back to the candy bar thing, it's not like full on pastry stout. I don't think someone would drink this and be like, oh, this is, again, use Almond Joy. This is Almond Joy in a glass. It has those moments. It has those like reminders and similarities, certainly. But it is definitely a big, nice beer. I'm going to say huge winner for me. I typically have really liked the Three Sheep stuff I've had. If I forgot to say this, thanks so much, Jim, for setting this beer. I really appreciate that, obviously. And I appreciate you guys watching this. As always, please check me out on Instagram Untapped. No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.